Okay, hey guys, welcome to or back to my channel if you've been here before.
Missing someone. Missing someone. Missing someone.
Okay, so this video is gonna be a little different, and I'm honestly really nervous about putting it out there because the rabbit community, and honestly I think pet communities in general online, can be pretty negative, and it's all about telling other owners that they're doing the bad thing. But I kind of wanted to start this video by saying this is what I'm doing with my rabbit. I know her the best. I know she's a good girl. I actually have her with me right now. I guess she can be part of this video. This is Bean. She is loved by me. I spoil her a lot. I would never do anything to harm her. She is my little baby and I love her to death. And also I wanted to make this video because I think that there needs to be some positive bunny content out there. And when I was looking for videos like this, there was a couple. The one by Len and the Rabbit is really good, which I will link down below. And if I can find any other video on the subject that I like, I will also link those down below. But I just want to make content about rabbits that shows the positive side of rabbit ownership and shows them as being great pets, because they really are. They take a lot of work, just as much work, if not more, than a cat or dog. But it's so hard not to love them. And I just want to tell you guys that if you are a rabbit person and if anything in this video angers you, just click off. Honestly, my channel is a positive space, and we're gonna keep things positive. So this is Bean. Bean is loved by a lot of my subscribers, a lot of my viewers. So I also want to make this video because of that, because how can you not love this little face? She's just so cute and so fluffy and so sweet. So Bean is a little bit of a different rabbit. She loves to be held, she loves to be picked up. She's happiest when she is on your lap, or preferably on your chest, like this. If she's on the floor, she will jump up onto your lap and then climb up you until she's being cuddled. This is very different for a rabbit. Lots of rabbits don't like being picked up, some don't even like being pet. Bean loves it. She is such a snuggle bug. And yeah, so with that being said, this video is me traveling with Bean, showing you guys how I do it and the fun time that she's gonna have. Bean likes car rides, which is again very different for bunnies. I was always very nervous about bringing her in the car, and then when we went to the vet, she didn't want to be in her carrier, and I know that was probably the worst experiment to do, but I picked her up and she loves looking out the window and driving in a car. She sometimes comes for car rides with us. She likes to go for walks on her harness. Obviously she's not walking, but she likes to go. If we're going with the dog, she likes to come, has her harness on, goes for walks where I hold her, sometimes let her run around in the forest a little bit on her harness. Sometimes we make jokes at home here that she thinks she's a dog, because I also have a dog and a cat at home, and she doesn't know the difference between them and her. Let's be completely honest. She loves to torment her dog sister and go up and smell her butt. And yeah, Beanie is quite the special little bunny. So I wanted to take her on this fun little trip to Prince Edward County here in Ontario. And this is how we did it. About a week before we went on our vacation, my parents actually bought a new car, so it was important to show Bean the new car with the new car scent, and everything was a little bit different. So what we did was we brought her out one day just while the car was parked, and brought her out in her carrier so that she knew that she was going into the car for a little bit, and then we showed it to her. She got to sniff around, sit, and I gave her some treats and a lot of pets to make sure that she was good. She took the treats perfectly fine, which was a good sign that she wasn't stressed out. And then we just did a little lap around the block so that she could feel and hear the new noises of the car, and she was all accustomed to it. She also went on this little drive with her dog, so it was really nice for her. I do suggest doing this if your rabbit's not used to being in a car. Just introducing them to it in a slow way does definitely help. Alright, so hey guys, it is the actual day that we're leaving with Bean. So I haven't really updated you guys after we did the test run in the car. So it went really well. She didn't really care that she was in the car, like I kind of thought. I just wanted to do that because it was a brand new vehicle, literally like a week old, and I didn't know how she was going to take the new car smell was my biggest issue, but it was fine. So now it's the day to leave. I also didn't update you guys yesterday, but I bought a stroller for Bean. I'm one of those pet owners now. But I bought her a stroller so that she can come with us to like when we go to the patios and stuff this weekend, because the dogs come and sit, and I want her to be the safest possible, so I bought her a stroller. Anyways, we are gonna pack her bag. What I'm using for her stuff, because realistically her stuff doesn't take up too much room, I'm using this just like canvas reusable bag, and I'm gonna shove most of her stuff in there. And then obviously big things like her X pen, her stroller, and her litter box aren't gonna fit in the bag, but toys and stuff like that definitely will. So I will show you what I'm packing and how I'm packing it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna pack is food. Bean has pellets. It's just the Oxbow adult formula. What I'm gonna do, since I need to feed her all 4 days, so I'm gonna provide her pellets tonight if she wants them. Obviously she might not eat them. She usually gets pellets in the morning and then has her lettuce at night. But I'm gonna just get 4 Ziploc baggies, and I'm gonna put her normal little scoop. This looks big, but it's actually a really tiny little scoop of food into each one of these. This way they're portioned out for me, and I don't have to bring the scoop, and they're all ready to go just to pour in the mornings. Okay, so now all of her packaged foodies are going to go to the side so that they can go into the bag. I also portioned out some Martin's apple chips. I buy these at Costco for literally $6.99 for a giant bag. Obviously I'm not bringing the whole giant bag, so I brought these. This is a lot. Obviously Bean's not going to eat all this. I'm going to bring some home, but the more the merrier, and my dog likes to eat them if Bean's eating one because of jealousy. And then I'm also bringing a small bit of Market Medley fruit mix. This is like a super treat for Bean. The apples are like something she normally gets, but this is just cranberries, pineapple, and banana mix, I believe. She really likes these too. I just don't give her these that often because it's $7.99 for this bag. So that's all the treats and food I'm bringing. I will also be packing spring mix lettuce, and obviously bringing a ton of hay. That's food underway. The next thing I'm gonna do off camera is I'm gonna fill this bag with some litter. This is going to go at the bottom of her travel bag. This is just for when she's in her stroller. I can fill a little tin with litter as a litter box. This way I can also add a little bit of extra litter box into this travel bin that I got to act as her litter while we travel. So it just has a snap-on lid. It's about the same dimensions as her current litter box. It's a little bit shorter, but it's gonna work because I can close it and open it when we take stops while we drive so that she can go potty. Being like other rabbits is fully litter trained, so she's gonna need to have bathroom stops just like a kid would, and like the dog's going to have to. So at the same time we'll do a litter stop. I got this idea from well, Anna, if you're watching this, I copied your litter box idea just for traveling because it has a lid. So thank you for this idea. So I'm gonna do that. I also, in terms of potty stuff, I am bringing a giant stack of puppy pads. I'm gonna put one in her carrier as a just in case type of a thing. And then I have a liner here. It has bunnies all over it, but I have a liner here. They're not that big. And then I'm bringing a big like blanket from Victoria's Secret Pink that I'm actually gonna probably throw out or donate after this as the liner for her X pen while we're there. I just didn't want to bring anything like nice or fancy because when she's at home she has her cage liners for her cage. Otherwise we don't have like carpet, all that much carpet in our house like downstairs, so she's used to being on hardwood, but I obviously don't want her to get sore hocks. So, and then when she's up here she has regular carpet, so I've never like used like a big blanket as a liner for her. She just kind of goes around the house and does her own thing. So that's what I'm gonna do. I guess I should show you guys everything I have for her cage. I have her snuggle pouch. This is actually for guinea pigs, but if you didn't know, Bean's 1 pound. So this is actually too big for her. I do have a blanket in here because she likes to snuggle with it. So I've got that for her X-Pen. In the other room, which you'll see once I set all her stuff up, I do have a big like cat teepee for her that's usually in the corner of my room, and she likes to sleep and stuff in there. I didn't wash it so that it smells like home and stuff because I was so tempted to like wash the liner and stuff because it gets fur on it really quickly. And then I've got some toys. I have this little box. It's just a cardboard box that I'm gonna put her hay in. This is filled with toys like some really thick tubes, a thinner tube, some cat balls, some cat springs, and just a whole bunch of chews. I have more toys that in the other room that she actually picked out. I didn't film that, but Bean likes to pick her own toys. Like she will, if I lay stuff out, I let her like pick them out, and then that's what I bring. So yeah. I'm gonna pack all this stuff up, and then I guess we'll be leaving in a second. So quickly, I want to show you guys how Bean's setup is. Her carry does a Bean Bingham on it. And then on the inside, I have lined it with a pee pad, a blankie, and some toys. And then when I bring her down, I'm gonna put some hay in that corner for her as well. Side here, I have some strawberry treats, a collapsible bowl for water, and her harness. So hopefully this is good. I will update you guys along the drive on how she does. And then it was finally time to go. Bean stayed inside while we packed the car. We got everything ready, and then we put her in her carrier and brought her out. And it was time to go. Her and Mac were super excited, and you could tell that she was just happy to be coming with us. It honestly stresses Bean out a lot to see us packing bags. She's kind of like a dog in that way, that she gets pretty nervous, so I really don't like packing in front of her. But when she noticed that she was coming, she was very, very happy. Much of the drive was spent getting a ton of cuddles and pets, and also being flopped out. But of course, there was also the bunny part of the drive where you have to rearrange your blanket in your carrier about 5 different times every 2 minutes. So that was fun, and then she would just flop right back out and then beg for pets by sticking her head out of the carrier, and then I would pet her and then she'd fall back asleep. So it was a really relaxing drive for her. On road trips, it's really important that you give your rabbit some time to go to the bathroom. If they're like Bean and super litter trained, they won't have any accidents inside of their carrier. So giving them some time to not only stretch their legs, but also go to the bathroom is really important. We used this litter box that I just set up with her normal litter and some hay, and it just is a shuttable bin, and she used it perfectly, went potty on a 5-minute break, and we were good to go. So when we had longer stops, like when we went to patios and visited some of the wineries and breweries in the area, we had a stroller for Bean, and then she just sat in there, and she had a litter box, as well as some toys and a blanket and some water for her to enjoy while she was there. We also made sure to sit in the shade so that everything was nice. She loves the stroller, and it worked really well. When we finally arrived at the Airbnb, it was time to set up Bean's X-Pen, so I just brought a regular X-Pen from home. I did have to close up the side of it using a little bit of Velcro, just because Bean knows how to open up her X-Pen, and she will get out, and unfortunately she can't free roam here, which was a little too bad. She did get to have some time out of the cage, obviously. She didn't spend her whole time in there, but I just set it up with everything that she needed: her cuddle sack, her little teepee, her litter box, all the toys that she could ever want, her food and water bowls, as well as a bin of hay that she had 24/7 for her. So this is being set up so far. I've got her litter box there, her teepee there, bed, bowls, toys. That's going to be filled with hay in a second. She does have some hay in her litter box, but she seems to like it so far. So she's going to be able to like roam around a little bit tonight, but otherwise she's going to be in here because there's going to be other dogs. Do you like it? She's pretty happy. So I just put hay in it and she's munching. Happy girl. She already like took all of that out. I literally put that in the bin like 2 seconds ago, guys. Literally. We've been at the house for maybe 10 minutes. So, set up. Okay, so part of Bean's routine is dinner. She really likes this food, this lettuce. This is just spring mix. So I'm gonna take a giant handful of this and plop it in this bowl. It's so good. And then today, since we're camping and stuff, And we're all having s'mores outside, so we're having something special. I'm gonna give her a little bit of raspberry. These are cleaned and washed already. So she's just gonna get about 5 raspberries as like a nice little treat on the top of her food. So we're gonna go give that to her in her cage, and you're gonna eat it. Digest all your foods. And yeah, this is saying goodbye night to Bean. It's like 9:20, so it's about her bedtime. So I'm gonna give this to her, and then I'm gonna turn off the lights in my room where I would usually keep them on, but since it's 9:20, it's a reasonable bedtime, and she'll go to bed, and then I'll try to be quiet later when I go in for me to go to bed. So yeah, there you guys go. She's gonna chow down on that. She grabbed a raspberry, bringing it into her house so no one else takes it. Because that's what I want to do. But yeah, that's her dinner. Here's just a little cute montage of all the things that Bean did on the vacation. She loved spending time with us, just putting on her harness and coming outside with us. She did meet a new lab friend who I didn't show because it's our friend's dog, so I didn't really want to show him in this video. But she met her and she loved her, which was great because we were kind of nervous how the lab was going to react with her, but they were so good together. They were very interested at the first and then couldn't care really less. Bean's very jealous of other animals getting love, so she was just happy to get attention. And she had a lot of fun getting her dinners each night in a fancy bowl, saying good morning in the morning. She came to the campfire with us, and she also came around to the wineries. So she had a great time, and I would bring her again, honestly. I think she was much happier going than staying at home. So that's basically the video, because then we just kind of did the same thing. I unset up her cage, which you guys are about to see, and then we drove home. And that was it. So it's time to leave, so I've got to do Bean's cage. It is a complete mess, as you can see. I'm going to scoop out all the poop out of the litter, refill some of it, close that up for the car, take out all the toys, all of her stuff, wash those quickly, and then she's going to go into her carrier. And I'm going to bring the blanket out quickly just to shake off all the hay and fold it up, and then we'll be done and good to go. So let's do this thing. So thank you guys for watching this video. It means a lot to me if you got to the end here. I've been filming this before we go, but I hope that it was a fun trip. We set Beanie up for as much success as possible, and she's just my little happy girl. I love her to death. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!